if you're watching us, you'll just see the studio blank without me in it. So nevertheless, we will go on with the show, and next week we'll have our TriCaster put up. TriCaster is a studio in the box that we paid for, and we're kind of happy about that. We can get off the gravy train of paying a company to do our programming for us, okay, an outside company. But nevertheless, hey folks, we got a great show, man. Hey, I mean, we got a great show, and a lot of things are happening in our community. We have Irwindale doing their thing tonight. Okay, you guys want to see NASCAR at its finest? Go to their local Irwindale track and have a blast. We got a lot of things going on today. Today is called the Festival of Speed in Fontana, California, at the AAA Auto Club Speedway. I finally got that right. Okay. So before I go on a tangent and just keep mumbling and keep talking, let me backtrack a little bit. All right. I come to you a humble man that is a reflection of God's grace and greatness, a humble man that is standing on shoulders of ancestors. Hello, America. Look alive, California. Wake up, San Bernardino. Stand up and be counted, Inland Empire. For this is your host, Joe Britt, coming to you loud, clear, and strong from the desert to the sea, broadcasting on KCAA radio and through our studio in Rialto, which is called Studio B. Okay? Great weather we're having this weekend, and great weather we're having today. Get out and enjoy it. Don't get stuck in the house. Get your car. Go cruising, man. Get your car. Go to the local racetracks. Get your car and just do what you do best. Not street racing. Not street racing. No. Get out there and show and shine that particular vehicle that you worked your butt off all week on at night after work. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So have a good weekend, man. So the Festival of Speed is going on currently in Fontana. All the Porsches are there. They're doing their thing, doing their stuff from 20, 21, and 22. So you get on out there. If you guys are enthusiasts, Porsche enthusiasts, get on out there and have a great time. And I'll be going out later this afternoon. But I got to do this show. The show is over at 12 o'clock. So let me get back to it. We have a correspondent that will be at the track. And hopefully he can get some of those guys together and so we can have a great interview with some of the team owners and some of the drivers. And then we can pop in and hear from him and see what he has to say from the local tracks. And what else we got? We got some interviews coming on. Fun-filled packed and entertainment today. Oh, and by the way, listen to this, guys. I have a young man that we go back on. Okay, we go back like long old Cadillac seats. Now, when I got started in this business, I was pretty much selling parts. Race parts, car parts for Hondas, whatever came in front of me, I was selling parts about, 10, 15 years ago or so. And then one thing led to another, and Gotcha Racing is still here. Gotcha Racing Motorsports, Gotcha Racing TV, and Gotcha Racing Live, we're still going strong. We're still here. But nevertheless, this young man, back then, he was doing all the tuning for these guys. But it was a group of guys, out of San Bernardino. And let's see, who's this? Okay, he was doing all the tuning, doing all the rebuilding the motors, swapping engines. The Honda guys, they put the bigger motors into the smaller vehicles, doing their suspension. He was an all-around, self-made cat. Name is and his name is Louis, and we get along quite well. So the other day, I've been looking for this guy for a long time, and he moved. And the other day, I'm looking at the local junkyard. I'm looking for part for BMWs. I'm looking for part for my Mercedes. I'm looking part for maybe if I can find a Hummer. But I'm out and about doing what I do, scrounging around and looking for that part that I can put on these vehicles that I have. All right, so lo and behold, I hear a voice that says, "Hey, hey, gotcha, hey, gotcha." And so I turned around, and there was the guy I've been searching for a long, long time. And you know what? There's nothing by chance, man. There is nothing by chance. And don't get it twisted. There is nothing by chance. I am just really happy that I was. Let me turn this mic down here.
And his name is Louis. And we get along quite well. So,
okay, so.
These vehicles that I have.
Yeah.
All right,
Come on. So anyhow, Louis is smart guy, and of course he was taking parts off of a car. I forget, it could have been a Honda or so, and doing what he does best. Okay, so we're gonna have him on the show, man. And if things work out, I wouldn't mind having Louis as a correspondent because he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff left and right. So later on, let's see if we can have him call in, and then let's start the show, man. Let's start the show, but let's continue a talk. Now, for you listeners out there in listening land, you can call in and shoot him a question if you can. Our studio number is 909-792-5222. All right, 909-792-5222. All right, and that's for anyone who wants to call into the studio and talk to who? Yeah, me, not only Louis, but talk to me. But if you have any local events going on, you got a car show, you got a car run, you're doing a canyon run, you're having a meet and greet, you can have one of those coffee clutches with some cool cars and people there, call me. Because I can't be everywhere. I swear I cannot be everywhere. I want to be at the track right now, but I can't. I'm in Studio B and being the conductor, So I can't be everywhere, and I didn't have a chance to set up at the local track, get permission by the management, which love gotcha, by the way, at the AAA Auto Speedway, to set up in their media room. And I tell you, man, I am so freaking busy right now. It's like a one-legged man kicking in a turd contest, and that you have to be very, very, very busy in order to be for someone to say that about you. But nevertheless, I'm happy right now because we're changing. The studio's growing, and can't see my face right now in my studio, but nevertheless, that's how our studio looks, and I sit right in the middle of it, and we'll have people come in, sit right next to me, and we'll talk. But nevertheless, and that's for you guys that are on your iPads, that are on your smartphones, and that have tied into KCAAradio.com. You'll see my studio there without me in it. Right? Let's backtrack. We can be found on Facebook under Gotcha Racing, GRTV Media, the Gotcha Racing TV. Okay. We can also be found on Instagram, and I believe it's under GRTV Media. Okay. If you want to contact us through email, it would be grtv.media@gmail.com. What else we got? Yeah. So, and if you just want to find out who we are, just Google the name Gotcha Racing TV, Gotcha Racing Live, or just put my name in Gotcha. Gotcha Joe. A lot of people call me that, but just put in Joe Britt, BRITT, in Rialto, and see what we've done. This year we've been putting on a lot of the MPMC Trade Media Conference interviews. Today I don't think I would have one. Hopefully the engineer has gotten these audio files that I've sent him. And by the way, my engineer is Carlos. He's a real cool cat. He takes care of me on Saturday mornings. And I have to give him props because he pretty much taught me the trade 3 years ago when I came in as a rookie. He taught me how to run the board, and I really appreciate this guy. I really do. So he is running the board at HQ, which is KCAA radio. okay, in Redlands, and we moved. If you guys can remember, the studio was in San Bernardino at the mall, and it's been there for years. Well, they're shutting down that mall, and we had to find new digs. And boy, we found some great digs in Redlands. Really, really nice atmosphere. It's a self-contained building, and so what's going to happen now when I start giving out shirts or giving out tickets and whatnot? Um, if we don't mail them, you'd have to come pick them up at in Redlands at the KCAA radio building, which is in the Tri Center uh, uh, Plaza next to Burlington. So we're moving. They're moving. We're moving. Everyone's going forward, man. We're really happy about what's happening. I am really excited about what's going on. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Okay, I got a. Hey, somebody wants to call. Well, you can't get in, buddy. I'm on the line. Hold on a minute. Oh, let's see. Okay. I'm not accepting any calls, and that's one of the things we're working on, trying to get all this out of the studio and have just a couple of lines going in. So we're busy, man. we are extremely busy. So where are we? 11, 17. As I said before, we have a couple of correspondents coming in, and we're just moving right along. Okay, we have a caller on the line. Let's see who this is. Hey, caller, how you doing? Hey, caller, how you doing? This is Joe Britt. Got Your Racing Live, Got Your Racing TV. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Well, now I can. Who's this?
Oh, it's Tucson.
Oh, man, how you doing? Folks, this is, as I was saying early in the broadcast, this is a correspondent that we were waiting on from the Festival of Speed in Fontana, California at the AAA Auto Speedway. Dude, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I have a special guest with me.
Okay.
I have the owner of Busy Moto here to talk to you. Got Your Racing TV. I'm going to hand him over to you right now. We're at Auto Club Speedway for the California Festival of Speed, and he's going to let you know what's been going on with him and his business. So
okay, good enough. Hey there, buddy. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I am fantastic. Yourself?
You know what? I woke up this morning in my right frame of mind. My lips are moving. I'm okay. I have no problems. But what's going on with you at the Festival of Speed in Fontana today?
Well, we are out here in the BC Motor booth representing our partners, Puro Lubricants, and also Carbon Rev Wheels, getting the first OEM full carbon fiber wheel out here at the California Festival of Speed. We brought out two beautiful twin-turbo Porsches. One is an old school 911, makes 850 horsepower, and another is a center seat. Yes, a center seat mid-engine Porsche. Full track rating.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Yes.
You said a center seat like the McLaren?
Center seat like a McLaren.
No
Porsche
kidding.
mid-engine, beautiful garnet red, gorgeous car, 500 horsepower, a true driver's automobile.
Well, you know what? Who designed that, man? The center seat.
I did. Yours truly.
Really?
Once again, BC Moto, one Instagram, Facebook, website is bcmoto.com. We make dreams come true. We have a proper race car that's designed with the driver in mind to give the best driving experience of power, efficiency, and balance.
Well, you know something? That has to be a very unique-looking vehicle. I've never seen a Porsche with a center control. I have never seen that before, man.
It's
I am
Telescoping
itching to get out there.
panels is
Really, I am
fantastic.
itching
Thank
to get
you.
out there and take some photos of it.
Please do. Please do.
Okay, so now, what else do you have going at your company?
So we designed quite a few components. We build a lot of cars for OEMs for the major auto shows, LA Auto Show, New York, SEMA, you name it. On the privateer side, we build cars similar to what we have here on display at the Festival of Speed. We do one-off bespoke high-performance Porsches for both racing and street enthusiasts. So that's pretty much the gamut of what we do at BC Motor Engineering.
Okay, so let me get this correct. I bring in my Porsche to you, and I bring in a bucket full of cash, and you can do what I want.
For a nominal fee, yes, yes.
Okay, no, twin turbos.
We sit down with our engineers. We sit down with our engineers, and we put together a plan on what you'd like to have with your car. And, you know, within the time frame agreed upon, we create this beautiful project for you. And reliability is key for us. So even though we make a lot of power and we have a lot of fun in our facility, we never sacrifice reliability for power. And that's why our motto is reliable power guaranteed. That's our motto. So we're all about efficiency and reliability, not just making things look great and go fast. We're very, very interested in making things last a very long time for the client.
Well, you know what? I've come to understand that most folks with Porsches are very particular people, and they're going to want what they want, and they're going to want the great service, and they're going to want expertise behind that. You did say something. I could have swore you said you're a fabricator too. Your shop fabricates, right?
Well, yes, we do all fabrication in-house, engine design, build, and tuning as well.
Okay,
so it's a one-stop shop.
Okay, so generally there is always like an equilibrium about what people want. So the majority of I shouldn't say this. Your Porsche owners, are they wanting the same fabrication work for the most part? What's common for the Porsche? Here it is. What's common for the Porsche owners to come in and ask you for?
We attract a different type of Porsche enthusiast. We attract those individuals who want something unique and exciting, and they don't want to drive down the street and see someone else driving the same car that's a different color. Mm-hmm. They want bespoke, one-off, unique, and that's what we provide. So we fill that niche where you have that Porsche enthusiast who has distinguished taste and wants something very unique for his or her stable. Those are our clients.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm flabbergasted, man. I didn't know there were such a company out there that would do what I want when I want to my particular Porsche. That's a good news, man. Really,
Thank you.
Good news.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited.
Here. Thank you. Thank you.
Website. Give us some information where my listeners can get to you.
They can reach us at bcmoto.com. That's BISIMOTO.com. Very easy site. It shows quite a bit about what we've achieved, some of the things we've done with television shows, OEMs, and privateers as well. And we have easy links to reach out to us in case there are any inquiries, and we're very good at responding extremely quickly.
Okay. So today, now you have that 911, and you also have the single the single seat.
Center drive,
are you doing Porsche. Any racing today?
Yes. So at 12:30 we should be out there. We're doing some more testing on the vehicle. So you'll be able to see it at the track at 12:30.
At 12:30 you go live?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to try to make it, man, so I can get some of that
beautiful,
some of that footage. Hey, thank you for calling Gotcha Racing and Gotcha Racing Live.
Thank you so much.
It's been a blast, brother.
Excellent. Have a great one.
I'll try. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Cheers.
Toussaint. Okay, he's off there.
Yo, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. So,
okay.
What's the flavor today, man? I know it's all Porsches, but what's the feel of the track today?
Oh, man, I mean, even though it's all Porsches, I got to tell you, they're not out here looking the same today. I mean, there are some beautiful ladies out here on four wheels that is just, you know, it's busy. Seems like a lot more people this year than last year. You got the race cars, you got the enthusiasts. You know, it's a really, if you're a Porsche guy or just a car guy in general or lady, you got to be out here because it's just amazing. I got somebody else here for you. Lauren Beggs, owner of 911 Design, is here. We didn't get to interview him. Go ahead.
Okay, now hold on a minute. This guy's a local guy. He's in the Montclair community. Am I right?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
yes, he
put
is.
him on, brother. I'd like to talk to him.
Okay, we're gonna get to him in just a second.
Okay.
We're live. So I'm gonna give you over to Lauren right now.
All right.
Okay.
So, folks, this is what we do here. So, caller, hold on a minute. Thanks to Toussaint of GSX Motorsports. He has become a great asset for Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. Last week he was at the Long Beach Grand Prix, and we were able to get a interview from one of the race car drivers from there. And now, because I'm stuck in the studio until 12 o'clock, he is at the Festival of Speed, where there's wall-to-wall coverage and wall-to-wall Porsches. At the Speedway today in Fontana, California. So, you know what? He's been a great asset, and I dig him. I dig him, and he knows motorsports left and right. Okay, caller, how you doing?
Hi, this is Lauren Beggs with 911 Design.
Hey, Lauren. Hey, Lauren. Now, I saw you last year, if I'm not mistaken, and I've been trying to get to your shop. Now, folks, Lauren has a cool shop off the 10 freeway going westbound. He's on the north side, and you can see 911 Design. That is you, right, Lauren?
That is correct. Our actual address is 5505 Marino Street in Montclair, but you can see us off the 10 freeway, just about the Central Avenue off-ramp if you look to the north.
Okay, so you're at the Festival of Speed today, and I know you got a ton of Porsches there. What exactly are you running today?
We have 9 customers' cars here total. My car is a 2017 Porsche 991 Generation 2 Cup car.
Ooh, man, really? What have you done to it?
I raced the car in a stock class, so I'm a 4-time national championship racing Pele Drivers Cup, which is a national championship. We run Western and Central United States, and so the cars actually have to be raced as delivered from Porsche Motorsport. So at the beginning of the year, about August, you put your name on a list to purchase one of these cars new. And they usually get delivered somewhere around Christmas time. But the cars have to be raced like a spec car with no modifications to them at all. It's only setup and really driver stuff that makes the car go.
Well, lucky you to have a cool shop that works on Porsches that can get out and race a 2017 991 without fear of tearing something up, because you take it right to the shop and boom, bam, it's up and running again. That takes a lot, man. That's really cool. That's really, yeah, I can dig that. Your customers' cars, the 9 that are there, what type of modifications? Let's say some of the top 2 out of the 9. What are the most extreme modifications that you've done?
Actually, most of the cars we have with us this weekend are factory-produced cars. So we have a 997, which is a 2013 GT3R, and that's Porsche's race car. That's their highest customer race car. So that's they're about $550,000 when they're new.
Wow.
And they come with full aero, so under trays, big wings, cutouts behind the fenders and the bumpers, the channel air in different directions, race ABS, traction control, launch control, hit speed limiters, all the kind of cool modern electronics with data acquisition, got a Motec dash. But those cars are actually delivered that way from Porsche. So FIA has a specification called GT3, and there's about 25 manufacturers right now that are building cars to FIA GT3 specifications. And that's one of those cars.
No kidding, no kidding, man. You know what? I can't wait to get there. Now your shop. Wow. How long have you been there, man, in Montclair?
We've been in business since 1989, and we moved to the facility we're at now 7 years ago.
Okay, so if you had, and I know you got this in your mind, you want to attract more Porsche guys to come to you. What makes you and your shop top notch?
We run our shop different from other businesses. first off, it depends. I believe in the cleanliness is next to godliness. So my shop is incredibly clean. Our offices actually look like offices from an attorney's office. Is more than it is an automotive repair shop. There's big glass dividers that divide the office from the shop area. There's big glass windows, for the doors and glass doors to go in and out of the offices. And most importantly, nobody at our business is on commission. And none of the technicians are, none of the parts people are. So it's all, I guess in the end, since I'm the owner, I'm effectively on commission. But everybody there is not on commission. So we're really looking out for the customer and the customer's best interest in the car. It's not something where somebody makes more money if we sell them on a job. I'm really proud of that.
That's great. That's great. Now, your technicians, of course, they would have to be fully trained in what they're doing. What type of training is involved for someone to come to your shop and say, hey, I want to work for you?
I'm looking for somebody with typically a long experience with an independent shop or factory training initially, and then we have ongoing recurrent training that we provide as well.
You know what? That's excellent. That's excellent. One of these days, I guess I'd like to knock on your door and maybe get if you don't mind, have my camera crew to come through so I can put you on my show and give you some more attention. But it doesn't sound like you need it. But nevertheless, it'd be good for the racing community to see that cleanliness and the professionalism that you guys have in your shop.
Any of you or any of your listeners are welcome to stop by, and happy to take anybody on a tour of our facility.
That's great. Give me your address again, and then give me a website so people can see who we're talking to.
So the address is 5505 Merino Street in Montclair. Zip is 91763. And the website is www.nine, and then 11, so it looks like an 11 numerically, design, DESIGN.com.
I want to thank you for being a fantastic person and a great caller for Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV here in Studio B in Rialto, California. Thank you, sir. And I will be contacting you and see if we can get our camera crew in and just have a small interview from you, and so we can show our customers. Thank you. Happy trails today, man. Much success to you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. Okay. So, Tassan, are you still there at the track? All right. So, folks, it's the bottom of the hour. Let's put in a commercial. Carlos, let's put in a couple of commercials, and then I believe we have our Honda guy that's standing on, getting loaded up so we can go ahead and communicate with him. Folks, this is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV, here in Studio B, broadcasting out of Rialto, California, broadcasting into Redlands at headquarters. That would be KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM, and the old 1050 AM on the AM dial. Hey, we're just struggling right along. We'll be right back, folks.
Sie hören jetzt Gotcha Racing live mit Ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7-day-a-week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841.
You're listening to Gotcha Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
That voice is the voice of Larry the Entertainer, a good friend of mine. He does our voiceovers and our small commercials and whatnot that we have here at Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV, out of Studio B, and we're kind of happy to have him part of the family. Hey, so I hear that we have our guy and my guy, Louie, on the line. Is that you, Louie?
Yeah.
Man, a few words. Now, folks, excuse me. This guy and I, we go way back, and I say we go way back like big old Cadillac seats, man. When I was selling car parts for the Hondas and for the racing community, Louis and his crew was there always buying from me. And this was a long time ago, man. I mean, I'm not going to say they were kids, but they were youngsters. Now they all got kids, and they're growing up, and their babies are getting bigger. And I'm just, you know, when you meet somebody out there and you have a good relationship with somebody, and it's been cool, and the bridge hasn't been burned, you haven't got ripped off by this person, you know, it tends to have a good flavor in your mouth. So whenever you see a person of that magnitude, you kind of feel good. And that's how I feel about Louis. Louis's been around for a long time, and he's been out there doing what he does in the racing community. And he's a self-taught guy, you know, and from the streets up. He's learned how to maneuver. He's learned how to fabricate. And he's been putting some good things together. Louis, I'm glad to have you on Gotcha Racing. And I know you're a man of few words, but I'm going to dig some stuff out of you, man. I just got to. Right. Currently, what are you working on today? No, I shouldn't say today. What are you working on now?
Actually, I have a couple cars on. No race cars yet, but I just working on my barber's car, his little Armada. Alternator took a crap, and then I'm working on a friend's mom's car, Accord K24, doing a whole motor swap, putting in a Japanese motor in it instead of American.
So, if you had to put a number on this, Louis, how many Honda motor swaps have you done?
Honestly, I want to say, man, hundreds. I've done hundreds of motor swaps, from Virgin, Frankenstein, down to the 86 CRX, converted it to a B16 in it, all the way to the 2017 SI, doing a head gasket on that already. So,
what was the most difficult swap or the most difficult Frankenstein setup you've done?
The most difficult swap, honestly, on the Hondas, none of them really hard. It's all basic, honestly. It's just knowing how to set it up and knowing what you're doing. Okay. Hardest one, I don't know. I haven't really ran into like a hard swap to do. They're really all easy. If you know your motors, you know the setup that you're running. It's more like clearance, the issue that you have mostly with Hondas.
Okay. When the street guys come to you and they says, "Look, man, I want to increase the horsepower on, let's say, a stock Honda 1.8 or something, your advice would be what?
Well, you know, like there's a lot of guys that want to go fast. I mean, there's a lot of guys that don't have that much money, and some do. So what I recommend on the guys that have, you know, a little bit of money is, you know, throw some piping on it, throw an intake, some headers, you know, a clutch. And the number one thing I always tell them is throw a fuel regulator. And a lot of people don't think of that, but it actually makes a little bit of difference. And the guys that do have money, you know, buy bigger parts, better name brand parts, and go from there.
Oh, so when we're talking speed, would you say speed equals money? Money equals speed?
No. I think it's just, you know, like anybody can have a nice, fast car with a lot of money, but it's, you know, you could find a kid that built something together and it runs way better than that money, that the car that has more money. I mean, the Honda scene is a little different. I mean, like we call it gifted motors. I mean, we could both buy the exact same motor. Well, one motor's going to run way better than the other one. We call it that. You got a gifted motor. That's what we call it in the Honda scene.
You know what? I believe you. Now, was it you, Louis, that made a left hand to a right hand drive? Is that that was you, right?
Yeah, I converted an EG6 to right hand drive. Made it all from Japan.
Okay, so that's my question. Where'd you get all the OEM parts to do that?
The front clip, I bought it off a friend that didn't have the money to convert it. And then I went to a couple shops in Roseme. And then I went to Honda Inform, got a couple little parts that I needed for my dashboard and little stuff I needed. And then I met a buddy of mine that helped me just weld up the spots that I needed to weld up. Helped me out, you know, lining up everything, a body guy. And then we got it all done, and within 5 days, I had a harness, car running, and everything.
Wow, all that in 5 days, Louis?
Yeah, 5 days. That was pretty simple. I could take it easy apart real fast. That was like my favorite car growing up, so I decided to build one, and I built it to the max, and then I turned it on and let it go.
Okay. What about suspensions on those on the Hondas? Now, we know that they're front-wheel drive vehicles, and straight line, quarter mile. Okay, you're good. But what about the building up suspension for like a track car, a road racing car? You know, what would your advice be on that, Louis?
That's a good question. I mean, a lot of people have preferences. I mean, everybody has their own opinion on every suspension. Personally, I take TN. I've always run it on all my cars, and I like the way it runs. I like the way you could adjust it, you know, to smoothen it out and to stiffen it up. But, you know, there's a lot of good suspension out there. The Buddy Club's good. I mean, the Skunk 2 is okay, you know. I've used Skunk 2 in the past just to do on my daily drivers, but on track, I don't know. I've always used TN.
Yeah, I know the guys at that particular factory, 10, and they wanted to help me with the Stallion. I finished it, Louis.
Yeah.
I finished it and toured it around and showed people how it looked and all that, and got trophies and whatnot. But nice. I'm working on the number 2. And it's going to be a little bit different than the body style than what you guys have seen before. So I'm kind of happy about that. And my suspension-wise, I think I'm going just a little bit different. I met some folks at SEMA that I really the suspension is off the chain. But that's for another issue. Right now we're talking with the Honda man, and we're talking about Louis. Talking to Louis, folks, and this guy is I'm going to call him a Frankenstein. I've seen him do some stuff in his driveway when you were living next to the park. You guys are gone now, but I tell you, man, you're one of those backyard guys that should have had a full-blown garage because, you know, you put out quality work, and that should be seen. But I tell you, if everything works right, Louis, you and I are going to be talking about putting up a garage, somewhere where most of the people in the IE can come to. And we'll see. We'll talk about it, Lou. We'll talk about it. Because I like you, man. I've always did like it, and I really enjoy the way you do business and your work. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm kind of happy that we were able to bump into each other at the local, where were we at? We were at the Pick-a-Part. Yeah. both looking for parts that we need, for different vehicles. But nevertheless, Louis, do you have any of your cars on an Instagram or on Facebook or something?
Yeah, I have my right-hand drive EG on my Instagram. It's called Sick Honda. I have a little bit of my work that I built some trannies. I helped out San Bernardino Machine Shop build a K20 motor and a B20 VTEC swap on a EK and a built GSR EG that I built. It's on my Instagram. And a
no kidding. Give us that Instagram account again.
Sick Honda.
Sick Honda at Instagram. Sick Honda. Okay, good enough. Well, folks, you're going to see that if you go there, you'll see some of his great work, and some guys out there shuck and jive. You know what I mean? Really, this guy has a history with me, and I don't take that lightly. I really don't, especially when I seen this kid grow up to be a young man and have a family of his own, and he is really into the import auto scene. But I've heard that you're still in the import, but you're kind of branching out a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I remember starting off young with my EG, and then going to the street races in Ontario. Started off with a single cam, then worked my way up to a B16. I mean, back in the days, that was in 2004, 2005. Back in the days, there was a couple fast cars out there. That's when Tuck-Up was around, One was around, Raid started coming around at the time. So, I mean, we're out at the street races all the time. And then I came out with a B20 VTEC in my car at the Ontario street races for a while. Those are the good old days, though.
Yeah. I remember the good old days when I would be parked at what's that, Farmer Boys, and you can see a whole line of street racers, 20 or even 50 deep, rolling through, trying to find some place to race. And then you see the cops coming behind them, controlling the lights. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I've seen that a lot of times. But nevertheless, those were the days, man. I right now I'm trying to encourage young men and women to get off the tracks and go to a sanctioned track. Either go to the Fontana track or maybe Irvindale, the little eighth of a mile track. But nevertheless, go to a sanctioned track where they have safeguards and because life is everything. You only get one chance at it, and once you hit, you're done. And the other thing I like to work, I'm concerned about is the police after you, man. You don't need that, brother, because now they're getting the cars, and I was told they're smashing them up. So all that $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 you put into a vehicle, and if you get caught doing over 100 miles an hour with racing performance enhancement on your vehicle, you can kiss that money goodbye because it's gone. And I'd rather not see that in the racing community. So that's why I'm pushing get onto a local track, and that's how we do it, Louis. That's how we do it. I told you it's going to be nice, man. I told you we wouldn't bite you, dude. I told you. And I can see that smile on your face right now. Say, yeah, Joe was right.
Yeah, the last time that I was at the Moreno Valley when they cracked down on us on that big thing, I was actually there with my right-hand drive, and they ran through everything, and they couldn't believe that everything confirmed clear and everything. They took a lot of cars that day.
Wow. So, see, folks, I know what I'm talking about a little bit some of the times. Hey, Louis, I'd like for you to come back, and maybe we can get the community out there that's listening that would have questions for for Louis, and we can call it I don't know, Gotcha Racing Garage. We'll figure out a name for it, Louis.
Yeah.
So they can either call in or write to me through my email, which would be grtv.media@gmail.com. That's grtv.media@gmail.com. And then I'll get those questions. So when Louis does come on the line every other week, when he has time, we can pose a question to him, and hopefully you listeners out there can get the answer to what you're searching for and advice from a seasoned professional such as he. All right, Louis, thanks for calling in, buddy, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, happy trails, okay?
Likewise. All right, take care,
All right.
Phil.
All right, man, take care. So, folks, that's how we do it on Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. We go way back. We just didn't fall off a turnip truck yesterday. Maybe 20 years ago we fell off a turnip truck. But since then, we have been getting folks and getting customers and getting just great folks along in our presentation of Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. Okay, my engineer says we have another caller on the line. Hey, caller, how you doing?
This is Tucson again, man. I got another guy for you. He's with the Pirelli Porsche GT Cup Series. He's going to explain a little bit about the series and how how they do things with that. It's a huge series running all professional Porsche racers. You've seen guys running this event from GT Techniques to GMG Motorsports Group. And he's going to tell you guys a little bit about the event. So you ready for him?
What's the name? Okay. Hey, Guy, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, we're here. We're listening to you. How you doing?
Good. Excellent.
Good. So today, how's today going for you at the track?
Well, my car is one of the rarer cars here, so it's going really good. This car is kind of complicated, and so we've been fortunate that it's ran so well since yesterday. So it's going really good.
And that car is what?
It's a GT3R. It's like a very special one that Porsche built to race at the Nürburgring in Germany.
R. Is it all-wheel drive?
No, it's a rear-wheel drive, rear-engine, rear-wheel drive Porsche GT3R.
Okay. And what makes it so rare, man?
Well, it's kind of rare because they only made a handful of these cars, and it has like a really big engine from Porsche. And then it has some other features in the car that makes it rare, like it has ABS, anti-lock brake system, and it has a couple of other aids to help the driver drive the car easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Under extreme conditions?
Yeah, under extreme conditions, like if the track conditions change, the driver can hit a switch and then adjust the car to the current conditions of the track.
On the fly?
On the fly.
Really? That's interesting. What's that feature called?
Well, they have different ones. Some of them have traction control, which is like if the track becomes really slippery and you put traction control on, if the car starts to slide, it'll correct itself.
How the heck can that happen? If you don't have if you're running dry tires and all of a sudden there's a rainstorm coming in, you're telling me the computer system will adjust with the tires that you have and you will not possibly spin out?
It will aid you in not spinning out. It may not completely keep you from spinning out, but it'll aid you in certain conditions so that it's less load on the driver, so you can go faster.
That's big Willie stuff, man. That's big. Yeah, I got to call you Richie Rich, man. If you got something like that running, yeah, I guess that would be a rare breed. Good for you. Good for you. What class would that put you in?
Well, this car is actually considered like a GT car. So this weekend, at this race, we're running in just what they call like a run group. So I guess in this club racing, we would be like the highest level of race car here.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's just because of the engine size and the size of the tires and stuff like that.
Now, you have to have a shop, right? Do you?
Yeah, I have a shop. It's actually in Huntington Beach. It's called Platinum Arrow Engineering.
Okay. Because if you break something, you just put it on the trailer and take it to the shop, no?
Yeah, we could do that, but some of the parts on this car are so rare. Like if we broke this weekend, we don't have a lot of stuff with us. We would pretty much just park it and fix it at the shop.
Now, most guys that would have a rare car like this, she would be considered a trailer queen, man. They wouldn't dare put it on the track and have the balls enough to get out there and run this rascal. But I guess you're just the opposite.
Well, this guy, my driver, he's like, he drives them. So he buys these rare kind of race cars, but he also drives them. And he's kind of on the careful side. You know, he doesn't get too crazy in it, so he knows that the value of the car, so he doesn't want to hurt it. So, you know, he'll drive it pretty hard, but he'll try not to damage it.
Okay. In that class that you're in, that run group that you're in, how many rare cars are running with you?
There's one other one just like the one I'm running with, and then there's probably, I don't know, maybe 15 of the next class, which is the next class of cars are almost as fast as this one. And it's the GT3 Cup cars, and we have quite a few of the new ones here, the 2018 version, and it's called the 991.2, and that's the next fastest car, which is only a little bit slower than the one I'm working on.
No kidding. So, you know, you're at the Speedway in Fontana. So when you hit that curve that's on the west side and you're going east in front of the grandstand, the longest straightaway we have, what kind of speeds are you hitting, man?
You know what? I'm not really sure what this car will do because it's geared really high. So he's not getting close to the top speed of the car here because it's geared for Le Mans, so it's really high.
Okay. Give us the name of your shop and an Instagram or website where the viewers or listeners of Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV can share your
I'm going to have
experiences.
to start heading to a driver's meeting, but the name of the shop that maintains the car is called 911 Design.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, buddy.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
All right, thank you.
As he's heading out to a driver's meeting. All right, Toussaint, thank you very much for being our correspondent for Gotcha Racing Live and Gotcha Racing TV. Thank you for being at the track, man. Really appreciate it. Hey, folks, so we're coming to the end of our journey today, and we've had a heck of a time. Even though my Studio B doesn't have me in it, but nevertheless, we've had a heck of a run today. Kind of enjoy what I'm doing, sitting here and running my mouth and doing what I have to do. I think later on today, I'm going to run out to, and I say run, physically run, out to the track and get some photos and maybe get some more interviews, some live interviews then. But, you know, by the time you see it and hear it, it'll be not so live. But nevertheless, it'll be informative and entertaining to your eyeballs and ears. And it's almost time for us to close up shop. So nevertheless, hey, I want to put on some interviews, but I can't because we only got about a minute left. But let me say this. We're looking for correspondents throughout the world, okay? We have them in Africa. We have them in Japan. We got them in Europe. We got them in Belgium. And whenever they do have things, they call. We also have them in Puerto Rico. So we're kind of happy about that. This year, we're going to bring you more stuff. We're going to bring it live. We're going to bring it hot, just like the baker does on a Sunday morning. Hey, folks, this is Joe Britt coming to you live and strong from the desert to the sea, broadcasting through Studio B to KCAA Radio in Redlands, California, and we're just extremely happy to be here on every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. We're bringing you the hottest, we're bringing you the greatest, and we're bringing you track coverage. Hey, Carlos, take us away, buddy. I know we're right there time-wise, but nevertheless, we'll see you next what? Next week. Okay, this is Joe Britt. We're out here. Take care.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.